Show realm? Ah. Oh well, I guess no realm this year. Anyway, in 5 minutes. Patch notes. Hopefully they'll show off both of the new champions. Yes, there are 2 new ones. The 7 we already saw in the hi-rez thing. Present thing. Whatever the shit was we just watched. The Paladins update show lasts for an hour and a half. They have significantly less to show for Rogue, so theirs is only an hour and 15 minutes. And Smite has over 2 hours. Of course, Smite is their cash cow. Well, if there's anything good this year for Paladins, it's at least we're getting a new map. The Wardow's Gate rework does also look kinda good. Although there wasn't anything particularly too wrong with the old one either. Maybe it was a little rough, but not that bad overall. I'm guessing this is just to keep the mappers busy until they can make maps that they are confident with releasing. Reworking old ones. I think they're also reworking them because they want to separate Realm and Paladins from one another a bit more. So Realm gets Paladins' old map design assets and Paladins gets new funkier ones. Whatever this music is, it's pretty funky too. I see you, Mr. M. Kyle. Here we go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is exciting. We are finally going into our season 5 for Paladins. We're finally here, and hi-rez Showcase is popping off today. I am your host and community manager, Romanova, and I'm joined here by two very amazing designers on our team. I will let them introduce themselves. What's going on, guys?
Hey, I'm hi-rez
Yeah.
Fish.
Yep. And yeah, I am Alex or hi-rez Enmoot.
Yeah, and we've been cooking up some really great things, and we have a lot to get in store for you. So without further ado, we are just gonna roll into it. First off, we always start with our balance. For some of these shows,
That
we've
was
been
quite fast.
doing that
Romanova
weekend,
changed
but we're
costumes
gonna go
between
through
the
first
cosplay
because we
one
have some
and
really
this one.
exciting news too with general updates. And first, we're gonna go into a new mode. We have Siege Beyond coming. Would you like to tell us about Siege Beyond?
I am so happy to tell you about that. Yeah, for 2022, we want it to be our biggest year yet for Paladins. And what we're going to do to achieve that is we are going to make bigger changes than we've tried for a while that are kind of um, a little riskier. But what we're going to do is we're going to make a new queue. It's only going to affect Siege Beyond. We're going to try them out for 2 patches. We're going to see how the community feels about them. We'll take feedback. We make adjustments. And then if the community likes them, we will roll those changes into the rest of the game. But for the time we're releasing, for the time we're testing, it will only affect this new queue called Siege Beyond. It won't affect Ranked. It won't affect Onslaught or Team Deathmatch or even Siege Core. These features will only be in effect for Siege Beyond. And we've got one coming out in patch 1.
Very exciting. I know a
Okay,
lot
let's
of
see if they
communities
have
have
made
been
any
wanting
changes to the new
kind of spice up
crappier
the
item
game,
store
starting
between
with how we have
PTS
those
and
limited time
patch note
modes.
show.
So something like this, your feedback community is very important. So make sure after you play these that you give that feedback. It is crucial, for the development of this mode and to see if it's something you'd like to keep around permanently. Um, and next, we do have a really exciting update coming to our item store. First off, I would like to say I'm sure the designers here can vouch for that. But Cam, I know
The item store
has
update
been
is for
working
Siege
very
Beyond
hard,
only.
with user interface to just ramp this up along with a bunch of the other team programmers. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this item store update, guys?
Yeah, sure. This is something that we are trying that is pretty new, pretty exciting. So this new item store is
It's not new.
actually taking our old item store and trying to rethink how can we make this easier or more palatable for new players. What we came up with is having this idea that we have an item store that you will choose 3 different things each time you go in. So you'll start and you'll have a track for damage, support, your tanks, and then we have a universal track. And each time that you go into the store, you buy one of these 3. They'll swap out. And what this does is it gives you more options to think about, but also you don't have to plan so far ahead because you're not always sure what you're going to get next, right? So you're sitting there and you're really getting to react to the game instead of really intensely planning. So we have a lot of new items, some items you've seen before, and then some are going to be really interesting and new. Can't wait for you to see them.
Ooh, yeah. And
With
speaking
that,
of new items, oh, go ahead, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
yeah,
I
with
got I
that,
got the spice
um,
after.
so you'll only be seeing 3 at a time, but there are a total of 12 choices. We have more options, more diversity, more depth in the item store overall. And
It's
then
not
each
more options,
individual
it's not
choice
more
will grow.
diversity, it's
Again,
less
this part,
diversity and
the
less
Siege Beyond, this
strategy.
will only affect the new queue. It is going to be out, or it has been out by now on
I played
PTS
it,
in a
it's
very
quite
early stage, so we
restrictive
can make
on
sure
the
we get
PTS.
feedback. We're also going to be making adjustments to it internally while it's going out to make sure that we get into a place that feels good. And it's possible that by the time the core patch launches, that if we're not happy enough with it, we might wait and bring it out in the hotfix instead. We're going to have to see where it is and make sure it's in a good state. Sorry, you're going to say, Rose.
Just I was about to just release all the spiciness of new items.
Yeah.
We have a big change coming up here next. Cauterize, always a hot subject in Paladins. We've even memed it a lot on social. If you don't pick Cauterize, but it seems like you may have found a solution, especially because a lot of players seem to get frustrated, right, if people on their team aren't choosing Cauterize because it's such a crucial item to the gameplay in Paladins. So I will let you take that away because there are some big changes, folks, and there's a new item.
Yeah. So indeed, Cauterize has been a hot topic for a long time, internally, externally, throughout Paladins. And what the solution we found is to make it such that Cauterize is an implicit part of the game. And this is not a Siege Beyond change. The rest of these balance are going to apply to all modes. So Cauterize will no longer be in the item store. Instead, Cauterize will be an effect that applies to you from the beginning of the game, starting at 25% and then scaling up over time up to 90%. And it will scale at a rate based on the mode. In shorter, faster modes, it will scale
Raven
quicker.
Trick has made a video on
Longer,
why this
more
change
strategic
is
modes, it will
kinda
scale
not
out over a
desirable.
longer period of time.
I do agree with
in
him
effect, you cannot buy
on that.
Cauterize in the item store anymore, but everyone will already Cauterize built in. So we expect supports to get some time to shine early, and then towards the late game, everyone has Cauterize. No one can make the mistake of picking 4 items and none of them being Cauterized when you need them. So we definitely hope that this gives us more tools to keep healing and support and anti-heal in a good spot for at all levels of play throughout the match. And because of that, there's going to be a gap left in the item store.
Right. And
with
so that
gap, yeah.
yes, that
Go,
perfect
you
timing.
do it. You do it.
Yeah. Oh, of course, I got it. Yeah. The new item that we have is actually something called Provision. So we had to think of a replacement for Cauterize. We needed something in that slot that was fit in that aggressive role of like, hey, I need to attack. So right now we have this new item. So when you get elims, you're going to get
They have the wrong
ammo
item for provision,
restored.
or
So you think of your
wrong icon.
bombs, your
It,
Tyras, your
it's the
Vivians,
old
these types of
aggression
monsters.
icon
If
for
you're getting
provision
eliminations
now.
while you're firing, hey, I just get more bullets and I can keep firing.
We definitely expect to see some interesting interplay between champions that are better with provision and champions that are better with deft hands, and that's something we're going to pay attention to throughout PTS and even after the patch ships.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. As somebody who plays Tyra and has chosen in certain games like Deft Hands, this is right. Definitely going to be interesting. So again, just like I said for the Siege Beyond, this is definitely something that will be important to get your feedback once you actually have the time to keep trying it out. Obviously PTS has been out at some point now, and hopefully you've had a chance to try some of these changes. But make sure to use your feedback channels, folks, because this is very important. Mm-hmm. And speaking of feedback, we do listen. All right, we have heard your voices, and there are the Lord of the Hammers, the Pyre Lord with the hammer. He is getting the Nerf hammer, as many of you have requested, and I will let our lovely designers take away the glory here for a lot of people with Azan nerfs.
Yeah, I can speak on behalf of our dear Nico, who's not here today, the Azan creator. Yeah, we had to give him a few nerfs, starting out with his talent persistence.
Yeah, why isn't Nico here? I saw him on the build a jump panel before,
that
but
DR, even that 5%,
what?
maybe a little too strong. So on the talent, we've now removed that, just a little bit extra, just to not. He's so survivable. Let's bring it back a little. Now something really neat, and we were playtesting this, and everyone really liked it. Sanctuary. His ability to build those walls, you can now reactivate it, and that will get rid of the walls. We had a lot of discussion about how strategic you could use your walls, how strategically, and now players can actually choose when they drop them and lower them. And so or drop them and raise them, and that's been a pretty big change. The ire has changed. So the maximum damage reduction gained at max ire has been reduced from 20 to 15. So you'll see a lot of these nerfs are small changes, but they are meaningful because they kind of overall impact his power level. Judgment, we've reduced the maximum range from 450 to 300. Conviction, we've removed crowd control immunity and debuff immunity during the dash. This was talked about a lot once it went live. I didn't hear too much during PTS.
They actually made more nerfs than I expected.
Really concerned that this character has
Why did they reduce the range of the dash? It was
during the dash, so we removed
kind of fine.
And then we have a couple cards.
The crowd control immunity I get that had to go.
Scale that down so that the current thresholds now are going to be at 75 instead of 85. So you're just doing a little bit less healing. And then Grim Deliverance, you are going to be, again, reducing that scaling of healing from 6 to 5.
Bunch of small changes. The overall
healing nerfs, mostly.
Is sustained down a little bit and hopefully keep the fun.
Yeah, I was going to say, sounds like he got hit, but you still want to, not do stuff too crazy because he is such a fun champion and people are really enjoying having this new tank in our game. They've waited so long for a new frontline, right? So I think
Yes.
it's to get in a good spot, that right spot. And speaking of tanks that were maybe riding the top a little too much, our next nerf coming up here is for Mr. Fernando himself. I know he's been kind of at the tippity
Oh yeah,
top
not
here
because
since
his
the buffs,
shield's
so
nerfed.
I'll let you take that one away, Fish.
Yeah, we're still seeing a lot of Fernando bans, and it's because of the Aegis talent, right? And we still like that style, but want to make it a little bit harder to do. So we're increasing the time before it starts recharging at full speed. We're decreasing the percentage recharge rate. Both of those, like, just make it take longer for him to get back into the tanking. We've increased the percentage that's required before he can bring it up, and then we've decreased the overall shield health. So he can still do it, but not quite as well. And hopefully we might free up a ban slot for a little bit more diversity in Right to Play.
Yeah, and I will let
Yeah, free up a ban slot straight into Azan bans.
try and bring the hype that Nico would be bringing for this next one. We know that Nico is a big Grok fan, and he, has wanted to see his boy in a good place for a while now. So we've been
Grok
seeing
buff.
these little buffs here and there for Grok. It looks like he's getting another one, so I'll let you take that away.
Yeah, I don't know if I can be as excited as Nico is for Grok, but I'll try and channel just that idea that, like, who doesn't want to drop totems? And so what we've done, we've hit the totemic ward talent, right? We've said, here you go, you've got 3 totems. That's awesome. I can heal all the time. Now I'm dealing a little more. So instead of 10% per totem, I can deal 15% healing per totem. So I'm getting an extra 15% healing if I stack them right. So go Grok. Is that pretty good?
Yeah, Grok rock. Yeah.
Grok rocks.
But yeah, the next one, we keep hitting these
Oh,
hot
sorry.
subjects here. Speaking
Sure.
of hot subjects, Leon, always, a character that people seem to have.
Ooh,
very
Leon
high
nerf, finally.
takes
After
about.
700 years.
More of a nerf right now. It looks like to Alacrity. So, Fish, let us know about this
Yeah,
and what went into this.
definitely a contentious champion. And we made a lot of adjustments recently. And early on, it seemed like there was some concern, like, hey, is that too many places? And more recently, it's been like, no, we didn't. Alacrity still needs to be hit harder. So we're going to continue to make adjustments to find a good place. We definitely want that play style to be available, but we don't want it to be a pain point, a matter of frustration for players. So we are hitting it. Essentially, instead of it reducing the cooldown, it will now increase the cooldown to go in that direction. So yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll have to see how that plays out, but I'm sure some people will be happy. I know she can be a frustration point for many people. But our newer, one of our newer damage champions here, Sati, is getting a little bit of a buff.
Why are they buffing Sati?
Take us away with
Sati is kind of OP already.
Yeah, Sati, one of my favorite champions. Not because I worked on her, just because she's awesome. But yeah, we had to make a few changes, especially to her coin, right? So Ricochet, we wanted to make it a little easier to hit, so we've increased the hitbox size of it just to make that a little more confirmable. We've also changed a little bit of the logic of the coin. So when you shoot it, it's going to hit the person that's closest to it just to activate. But after that, when you're shooting it again to deal damage, it's actually going to target the lowest health player. In testing, and in theory, this has kind of made it easier to confirm kills, and it gives the coin a little more utility. It's still not going to be something that you're going to rush into a battle and throw your coin out instead of shooting people, but it's those really great moments when someone's trying to run away, when you need to peek a corner, and this is going to make that easier. We also hit her wallbang talent. We just made
Okay, this kind of makes sense, but
a little bit
Sati was
larger.
already
We've
kind of
increased the
OP.
size
She
of the
did not
bullet,
need a buff.
so it's hitting people a little more consistently, and we've increased the speed just slightly, but mostly we've made it a little bit bigger. So
At least in
continue to
ranked, she
confirm
is.
those
I
wallbang hits
see
even
her
more.
banned all the time.
Yeah, no bias at all with
No,
Sati for
no,
you.
of course
Yeah,
not.
not at all. Now, last part of our balance section before we get into some stuff about our next ranked season. We got the everyone's favorite grandpa Torvald getting some buffs. I know he's somebody that many people have asked for different things like a rework, etc. For, so what kind of buffs can we see in patch 1 here for 2022?
Yeah, people have
Sure.
been
The
asking
important
for
thing is we
reworks,
still
not
have bigger
buffs.
plans for Torvald, but when we were talking about it, we also want to see if we can help him out in the meantime while we get there. So these are intended
Oh,
to
so
be
they
a
actually do
bridge
have
gap
plans.
until we can put in some large changes for him. So Hyper Beam, he's going to get CC immunity during it. The Gauntlet, just a little bit of damage increase. The Nullify, we're reducing how much move speed penalty he has while using it slightly. And then for the cards, rather than increasing the movement speed during recharge, we're going to increase movement speed for 3 seconds after activating recharge. And we think that'll be a lot more useful based on the way the ability is played. So hopefully tide folks over until the big stuff.
Yeah,
Big stuff.
I'm excited to see what's in store for this man. You know, give him a couple of years back to his life. You know, make him a little more youthful, right? But yeah,
Oh,
that's all we have for the balance
Thorvald is
section.
probably
But we
getting a model
are going
rework,
to go into
kind of like
something really
Victor.
special here, starting with our new season and ranked split, folks. Starting off with, every year we do a ranked reward skin, and this character has been, very highly, persistently, I'd say, her fan base asking for her to get a new skin. And so we were able to find a place that it fits, and we will be seeing, I guess, Will.o,
Ooh.
Will O, robot
Oh, I
skin,
see. That's clever.
obviously. Yeah, very clever. Probably me though came up with that name. But yeah, she will be your reward for winning 100 games. And we will actually be able to go see her now in game.
Awesome. She looks so
Yeah,
good.
Oh, she does, and I'm a big fan of Willow, so I was maybe one of those people also asking for a nice skin.
You were on your Heidi account. You were on.
Exactly.
You're actually that account that says, "Did Willow get a skin today?" That's actually you.
That's me. Well, no, it's. I mean, it's not me. Look at this skin, though. I mean, it's awesome.
Look at this bitrate though. It's not so awesome.
The vibrancy there. It's really excellent.
Oh yeah. I
Actually, maybe we can
do love
fix it on our end.
do like making her different with like out the, I guess, human
Not
kind
much.
of look to her. I think does a lot for the appeal of I think her aesthetic in general.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And just as another note, I didn't write her voice pack. I got to help with it, but one of our programmers,
Like, the bitrate is disgusting. What the hell is going on?
The one who wrote this voice pack. So when you're in game, give it a listen. It's very good.
Yeah, enjoy.
I was gonna say, can we hear maybe just like one voice line there?
Oh, the inspect.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a cool wand.
Cool effects.
Nice.
Yeah, just that good, robot Willow as she's screeching through the air, raining down fire upon you. It's a wonderful character.
Like, his bitrate is making my bitrate bad. What the hell?
No, I just like the robot voice and stuff, like hearing it in my ear. But also, with that being said, ranked rewards. We have the season 4 ranked frames coming to everyone in this update. If you had reached, I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Fish, I believe if you had reached at least gold during season 4, you will receive a loading frame based on your highest rank achieved.
That sounds correct. Yeah, so a couple things there. New season, new split. Last year we had some scheduling issues and we only had 2 splits, but this coming year we are planning on like patch 1, patch 3, patch 5, new splits, 3 splits, predictable, reliable. And also,
yeah, I was wondering what happened to the third split last season.
Frames out to the highest ranked players, and we believe we got a fix in for that midway through the last split. So there might be a couple of issues hanging around for that last one, but moving forward, we should be able to give it in an automated fashion without issues. So excited about that.
Yeah, that will be kind of like the icing on the cake, right? So I'm excited for that. I'm glad that we were able to go through that and get that fixed. Yeah. But that kind of wraps everything for these updates for the beginning of the season, and we do have our first event pass of the year to get into. Ooh. Yeah, I'm excited. I think we have a little special showcase here with the logo too.
Let's see them.
Like a phoenix, I am flying, rising from the ashes as many times as it takes. In a world so dark, I'll be the flame.
It's probably. I mean, no, not probably. I hope it will be a music pack because from what they said in the hi-rez presents thing, it will be, but I'm not quite sure. Okay, the music is nice, but what now?
So that right there was, if the voice might be familiar to some of you, Amelie has made us a exclusive track that will be featured in the event pass screen called Be the Flame, just for our Abyss Hunter Academy event pass.
That was a
No
bop.
music
I'm so
pack.
excited.
Yeah, that's
oh my
so
gosh.
cool.
You did not just say bop. Yeah, I am just so excited that we were able to collaborate. We've been, I guess, consistently doing some pretty cool collabs, just over the last couple months with Paladins, and we might have some in store this year. Maybe not right away, but we're definitely getting some really cool things, and just having that in the event pass screen music instead of it just being, I guess the stuff that we normally have without any kind of lyrics and whatnot. It fits the theme, obviously, of the academia kind of vibe that we're going for.
Mhm.
And with that being said, we do have our first skin coming up here. It's our instant unlock. It's Schoolyard Maeve.
Nice. A lot going on in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
I
slicing
don't know
through
if
a
I'd want to
baddie.
play. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to play on whatever team she's on right now, or
Yeah.
against her. I would
It's
want to
like a
be on
track
her
and
team.
field
I would want to be
event.
on her team.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't want to go against.
Yeah, this skin is kind of cool. The voice pack is kind of
She's looking
Look
great
her
though.
out.
Yeah.
kid-like, but
She also has that great charm.
I can
on her
live with that.
dagger. I wonder if that's super cute.
Oh yeah, I believe too. For those who have had the chance to play PTS, you've probably seen a couple little cute, I guess maybe in-game content like avatars and whatnot featuring that. What is it? Lucifer? Lucifer?
It is
Yes.
Lucifer. Yeah.
Lucifer.
Correct.
Yeah.
We have fun when we're
Yeah.
naming things,
You mean Nico has fun
And,
when he's
our
naming
level
things?
12 unlock is actually Study Hall Maeve. I actually really like the color scheme on this one a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
So do I. I'll probably run this one.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like the blends
crazy
too.
pink hair.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize she
shift
also
from
has
the dark
stickers
to
on her
pink.
blades.
Oh yeah.
Almost sign it
This
for
is
the
so
yearbook
cool.
level.
Yeah, I don't. You definitely want to sign her yearbook, or else you might be you might end up eating a dagger. You know.
Do you think that's what happened to that purple dude? He was like, "No, I don't want to sign
Yeah,
your
he
book,"
said.
and she was like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
what's up with the...
Not an option.
Yeah. How dare you? And our level 18 unlock for this is.
I'm guessing the
actually
purple dude is
Class
just there
President
for the
Ray. I think this is our first
skin art
skin
presentation
in an
thing.
event pass for we did do the
Either that
one-off,
or it's
what is it?
they're
Pumpkin
testing the
Patch
waters
Day?
for a new round
And
skin.
Yes.
now
Yep.
we have her in our
One with
Ghost Hunter
wings.
Academy. Clearly top of her class.
I think the team had a lot of fun. I like the little narrative here about where the different champions kind of fit in the school hierarchy and their roles and stuff. I think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, there was actually a whole conversation one day going on in Discord that I don't think you all were there for, but as if everyone in Paladins was in this academy, and like Sati is like the bad girl, like hanging outside of school, maybe skipping class, and there's I think Bomb King, might there was just really it sparked some
Yes.
very funny conversations with the Evil Mojo team that I gotta give them some props for without mentioning exactly what they mentioned.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
definitely was
document out
around for
there.
some of that. Exactly. There's a doc that goes well outside of what we used for this.
Oh my Lanta. I will have to look
Yeah,
at
we
this
definitely got into this.
Yeah, but
with that said,
Ray's looking great.
we are gonna show off Class President Ray in game.
I do like though that she's like casting a rune on the ground before we show her in game. Like she's just like slamming onto the ground. Like I don't know if she's, she might be on the team with this guy with the wings here, trying to fight the basketball players. I don't know. Oh, there she is.
Ooh,
Ugh,
okay.
the crispy,
Yeah.
crispy bit
Yeah,
rate again.
nice use of contrast. Really enjoy that.
Oh yeah. I always forget that she has the hop animations.
Yeah.
She is really funny.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great.
Somebody's got to hop.
All right, somebody has to have the puns, so that's you, Fish, today, since Nico not with us.
We're pretty well.
Nothing
covered.
replaces Nico. Except Nico.
Shy folks.
Because Nico is Nico.
Ooh, I really
Cool
like the
effects
effects
here.
here too.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Rollin, always kills it.
Read.
Was that a little heart that I saw? That's so cool.
I do like her accent.
those are
Kinda
little
It's
hearts.
nice.
her orb and beam as a counterpoint to her like bright, happy colors. Ooh,
Oh,
look
what
at
happened to
that.
her and Maeve?
Yeah,
I think we're gonna go ahead and listen to some voice lines too.
You will not get in the way of me being the top of the class.
Ooh, sassy.
Way to the top. You can be my
Great arch.
class clown Strixes. Yeah.
I'm going
Yeah,
to
she's
be
aggressive.
the finest.
We have some really cute sprays and everything too that include her and Maeve in them as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna get in here to our valedictorian,
Mm.
Ray.
Right. Cool recolor.
Oh yeah, I just like this one looks like super. I know the other one she technically had like a reddish pink skin, but
Mm-hmm.
the icy blue kind of gives me like a Hades vibe, like
Yeah, very different.
You know, I could go for a green Ray actually.
yeah. It gives
Now
me
that you're
a
mentioning colors.
here.
Do you all think that she's like one of those people in school that's like in 13 clubs, is like padding her GPA, probably like plays
Absolutely
multiple
overdoing
instruments?
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Making
Yeah.
everyone else look
Like,
bad.
oh, sorry, I can't do that event because I'm already booked for this event and this other event, right?
Yeah,
And
sorry.
she's head of the cheerleading squad. She, has to.
Does
study
Fish
for
have an
the
AI
SATs,
camera
whatever
that
their-
follows his face?
Yeah, whatever their
I'll be on the
equivalent
yearbook
for
team.
SATs.
No.
Yeah, she's on the yearbook club. Just taking up so much extra curricular activities. But
Right.
we have
It's
a
also
really cool
focusing all the time.
crossover coming.
Kinda weird.
Shout outs to Lionsgate for
This is so exciting.
helping us make this
Ew,
happen.
Rambo
And,
time.
Yeah, let's roll the tape. I'm not even gonna say what it is. Let's roll the tape.
I guess they have a new Rambo movie coming out or something. They wouldn't have probably accepted this crossover.
But die for something. Your call.
Crispy bit. The skin is kind of cool actually. Like, that actually fits Victor's
Oh my gosh, yeah,
character
so
quite
if you didn't
literally.
guess, some of our audience might be a little too young, maybe to know who Rambo is, but I'm sure many just do know.
Got the remakes.
Rambo's.
There are remakes
Yeah,
in
yeah,
more recent.
exactly.
He's in Mortal Kombat
but
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
Seen
so
him in
cool.
other places.
One of the most interesting things that's happened to me as a dev is we just had like the normal flow. It's like, hey, this is out to the team for approval, and it said Stallone, and I was like, that's a name.
This might actually be the most realistic looking gun in the game.
I was like, that is him. That is the actor that was looking at this, and that is super cool. I'm really excited about this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is
and,
great.
The
John
looks-
Rambo's
works
a
so
cool
well for
skin.
Victor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And just so
very
everyone
cool.
knows too, this is a reward via Prime Gaming. So you might have been able to see this in PTS, but also the fact that it. Am I allowed to say that it's funny that it says First Blood?
I mean, hey, I won't
believe that
stop you.
are.
Okay, at least Fish got where I was going there. All right.
It is. We've had that in the game for a long time before the skin.
Right.
Just happens to
I
be
know.
particularly appropriate.
It's just particular. Yeah, exactly. It's appropriate.
Serendipity right there.
Yeah, let's hear him talk. Oh, look at that. That's a cute spray.
It's the most Rambo of sprays.
All right. Okay. Where'd you train? You don't want to mess with me. You ever hip fire two akimbo machine guns? You want to?
I love it.
Yeah.
Also, just
Sounds good.
other skins
Except
that we're
I
gonna
would have had the
have
original
with,
Stallone.
in this update that you might have seen in PTS is we do have Dark Drake Azan. So a lot of you I think we teased that Azan was supposed to get some kind of dragon skin originally, but I think his actual design might have been this, if I'm not mistaken. But we went a different route. But we decided after the reactions,
The Azan,
this
we never
skin
got.
a reality.
And then we now did.
And this will be available in
Great.
a new chest called Myths of the Realm, and also for direct purchase.
Yeah, that's a
But yeah,
moody dragon. I love it.
Such a
I just want to
glare.
know. I just want to know what I Love Tails thinks of his tail. I just need to know the tail
Oh,
ranking.
I suspect
Yeah.
this does very well. I believe
Yeah.
this is the type of tail that I Love Tails particularly prefers.
Yeah. I bet they love it.
The thick base and the tapered. I think this will look good.
Okay. Oh, even I feel like sometimes the splash art kind of blows you away, right? And then the in-game might not as much for certain things, and it's not just our game. Like,
That is not the
it can
case
be like
here.
that for a lot of stuff. No, this is so cool.
Yeah.
Those wings are excellent.
It's the wings. for
Such a
real.
different
That's
tone,
that's
too.
what does it for me.
I really like that weapon with the detail in the middle. Like, there's a lot here that is excellent. A lot more like edges, like spikes and hooks and claws and stuff. Like, this is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad the walls didn't change. Otherwise, this skin
He's
is
just going to be even
top
more
notch.
intimidating on the point now, so that's, scary.
Yeah.
Ooh. Those voice lines too sounds proper
Ooh.
and dragony.
Oh yeah.
The metallic sound on the ultimate is just
crank it up a little bit here. A little
the
bit.
best.
Yeah, Azan is so
Let's get
cool.
some.
Mhm.
Kinda hard to hear the voice though, because
I love the kind of really low bellow.
I imagine it would drown out
raspy
from
Yeah.
shrill voices like the new male skin
Bassy
very easily.
rasp, yeah.
And every new update we come out with, we do have a well, I guess not every update, but every annual season, whatever. I'm losing
season.
lots
Yeah,
of words
yeah. New
because I'm
season.
so
I got you.
excited right now. New season pass. Season pass 2022, the skin that
Unga
we
bunga.
featured at the beginning of this, and only available in the season pass 2022, is Jurassic Ying.
Skin that had
she got
Romanova at a
snacks.
loss for words.
Yeah, this one
That
has
she
to get a
was.
loss for words. She's just too adorable. Look at her.
Yeah.
She got the cute red hair, and she got like a giant like meat bone snack thing.
A ham shank.
Yeah. She's not gonna be hungry.
To feed her friends. Yeah.
Can we say she's looking like a snack? Can we?
You can
I
say
feel
that.
like this is the one time you can get away with it and not be, creepy for it. But yeah, we're gonna check her out in game. Let's go. Yeah.
If I recall
There
correctly,
she
this one had
is.
the choice
What's with
words
the
effect as
crispy bitrate thing? It's annoying me.
It's a very cool skin. This is just a fun idea.
well. Yeah.
I personally love this kind of like, let's take our characters and put them in kind of, anachronistic or like an old different
Yeah.
setting that we might not see them in, like this, like these tribal or cave or dinosaur times. So I really love it.
Her the like hovering around and effects kind of look like the what is it, the Aurora?
Yes, exactly. The Aurora
You know what I'm talking
Borealis.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Borealis.
At this time of day,
Yeah, I love
Get
those
some really cool
effects.
stuff with their mirror.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a nice pulled skin over, it has that feel. Again, everything is just fits right into the thematic quality of Ying is, she's from a different time.
She's the missing link.
The missing link?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
She
it.
could
It was
be
Ying.
taming
we
and
found out.
riding
I
dinosaurs.
wouldn't
out
mind
there.
this skin.
Yeah,
yeah.
this skin is awesome.
I think they made it just to make the raptor mount from Realm Royale fit into Paladins.
Love it.
I guess
Those are
that's
wood lines.
the only Realm news.
Oh, I love
This
that
year.
forest, the 3D
The
voice
raptor mount
phrase.
is coming
Give
to
me a
Paladins.
V.
They had nothing about Realm. I was expecting something, even Chicken Man appearing for 1 second.
After that last fight, I'm so dino-sore.
Oh, jeez.
Didn't even
Who wrote that?
Camera got the no.
Even the camera was shaking its head.
Yeah.
But yeah, and just to let you know, the Season Pass 2022 also, is going to come with a really cool mount. Just a
Yeah, it fits
just to put that out
nicely with
there.
Ying. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, fits very nicely to this Jurassic theme. This is the Dino Dash mount.
Clever,
What a-
clever girl.
Clever
I
girl.
may know how to open doors.
Yeah.
I think it's so cute and fits the theme. And Jurassic Ying is on her Jurassic Raptor mount.
Dino
love it.
Dash.
Love
I think they made some new
love where they
animations
get
for
away
this
from
for
the norm
Realm.
and like break out into a whole new area. I think this is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Look at the effects while she rides around too. The Aurora Borealis.
Yeah. I really
Yes,
like the
sick.
two-legged gate as well. I think that's fun.
Oh,
Yeah, this is again just an awesome. The mounts are just a unique part of Paladins, and it's great to see.
No,
us
not
still
this one.
producing
This is
new and
in Realm
interesting mounts
2.
for our game.
A unique part
It's the
of
little
Paladins.
things,
They're
It's the
really,
little-
they're really
it's the little
doing
raptors.
little
Pretty big.
things.
It's the
Talking
big.
about
Yeah,
little
it's true.
things.
I'm
Yeah,
enraptured by it.
mean, oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Oh, I see where you're going with that.
But talking about little things that can be big wins, our golden skin
Ooh.
coming in this patch.
Gold skins. Okay.
It's nice to make progress on those.
I'm listening.
Yeah. Golden
Whoa.
Pip. Pip fans.
Lemon
Finally.
Pip.
Finally.
The
Your
Volpine.
favorite fluffy boy.
Look at that cute.
Going
You just want
to
to
be
grab his cheeks.
golden.
I guess this qualifies as a new Pip skin.
I mean,
Trying to
if
squish his
that's
little
how
face.
you feel,
Yeah.
boot
His
his
expression's
his-
a little fierce. Like you got to be
His
bold
face
to
cheeks.
grab those cheeks.
Yeah. I mean,
He
if I
will
was
bite
a
you.
Zon,
He will all bite you.
Hmm.
That's true.
Or turn you into a chicken.
Oh, I'd be okay with that. Look at those cute chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a great skin.
I'm just really happy. I know Pip mains have wanted, a golden skin for Pip for a while. Skin
Sure.
in general. So,
Yeah.
this is a good start.
Recognize
and
that mastery.
I'm not gonna say, or promise anything, but I will say, Pip seems like 2022 might be a good year for Pip players, right?
Let's hope.
Just putting it out there. Yeah,
Just putting it out there.
Good energy
Just
out,
putting
good
it out
energy
there.
in.
exactly.
Okay, and with that being said, I do have some community updates for y'all. I will run through this fast so we can get into the juiciness of our next champion. But
Finally.
before that, we got some community announcements. Mainly just wanted to give a big congratulations to those who won our Valentine's Day Avatar submission program. We had so many entries. I believe this one we had over 400, and limiting it down to just the top 10. Always a challenge, but we have the following artists: Blood Bunny, and if I say this wrong, I apologize. Nernoxic, Kinta, Miss Curly Styles, Miss Wolfie, Pocket Knifeu, Rexy, Rub Second, or RUV, I guess, maybe. That's probably how it's supposed to be said. Yellow, and Belka, all very amazing artists. And in our update notes, if you haven't already checked them out, you can see their social media links as well to go support them and give them some love. But their avatars, just kind of blew us out of the water, whether they were static or animated. I love doing these. I love bringing these into our game, and those will be available in the
Thorvald actually got to know about Avatar.
update. And also,
But no
we have
Drogus one.
some just avatars our devs have made for different holidays coming up. We have one for Valentine's Day featuring Pip. We have one for Lunar New Year, since it's the year of the tiger, aka the year of the Tigron. International Women's Day, we're going to be featuring Octavia in that, and it's going to be a spray. And then I know people love Barrick and wanted to see him in an avatar, so we are doing an adorable St. Patrick's Day Barrick.
Hey, Patrick,
You will be able to get these
Barrick
folks,
avatar, finally.
with the kind of play the two games on the weekend when they're announced on social, and you get the reward as the acquisition when you complete those. So, yeah. But that's all I have for community. I think it might be let me check my right hand here. Yeah, I think it's time to get into our champion reveal. Yeah, let's go take a roll at it.
I am the executioner of the outer tribunal. I am your final sentence.
I am too sexy for my shirt.
This is the savior of the realm. Try and save your
I swear, that move is just cool. Just grabbing him out of an immune dash thing.
Cool.
Just wow.
So-
It caught out of the air.
So yeah, not to be confused there. The name is Seven. It's not
Yes.
Vi. It's it's Seven.
I-
Obviously Roman numerals. And
Yeah.
he is the right hand of the tribunal.
Yeah, Seven is our new champion. I actually was lucky enough to work on him. I can even kind of get into a little bit of who Seven is. Honestly, it was an interesting champion. It was a cool challenge, but Seven is kind of like he heard it. He is the executioner for the outer tribunal. So since the very beginning, the realm has been in peril, be it calamitous threats rivaling the scourges of old or the unbridled ambitions of evil men. Fate has always conspired against realm kind. It was in defiance of this injustice that the outer tribunal was formed. But for true justice to prevail, the order would need more than pious judges. They'd need an executioner. And that's who Seven is. He's someone who gets in there, he's silent, you don't always see him, he's the perfect killer. He's the
This is like what
perfect person to
the
carry
third
out any
Silent
task you need,
Ninja.
any high-end mission. And that's the kind of character we wanted to make, someone who felt kind of expensive, deadly, all those qualities that you're both intrigued by and afraid of.
Yeah, and
I guess ninja characters
we're
are
looking at the
big
splash art
in
here.
Paladins
Obviously,
audience for
of
some
you
reason.
might have already seen these masks going around here that some of our influencers have gotten, and now you understand where that came from, and it is definitely the key feature. I think we even I think his code name for a while was Gold Skull, right? Something
That
like
mask, so good. He's such a chilling character.
Yeah. And we're gonna get to take our first look at him in game. And he's a new flank champion.
He is our
That's
new
right.
flank champion.
So he does have three
See him
stances.
here, he looks so cool. I mean, that cape,
Interesting.
his presence, the way he stands, like this is an awesome champion.
You do not want to be on his bad side.
Yeah, so he like Rose said, flank. You can see there only 1900 health. So take care, Seven. He's not
He
the
is
most
paper thin.
durable. Yes.
This crusty bit
He's
rate
paper
dice
thin
were.
for a reason, though. I when going into playtests with y'all, definitely
Also, they have
point
not
of,
shown off the
frustration
new
with
item
somebody
store,
who's really
like, at
good
all.
with him, no matter how fragile he may be. If you can't catch him, he is a deadly force indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, the flank is gonna flank.
Yeah. So this is his cool
Ooh,
weapon
I like
inspect.
that reload.
Yeah. Checking it out. Yeah, we can kind of get into his kit though. So the first thing we're looking at here is his weapon, his heavy SMG, and this is an interesting one. It's unique. We have some UI on screen that isn't final, but it's close to final. You'll see in game though what it really looks like. When you all get it in live, it looks great. So the first thing he has is his burst mode. The way his weapon works is he has 3 different modes that he can swap between, and he always starts in burst. This mode produces good long-distance damage in 3 rounds. This is for if you want to hit players that are a little further away, you want to be accurate, this is the weapon mode you want to be in. So if you want to engage from a distance, do some poking, this is where you're at. It's consistent, easy to hit, and that's the burst mode. And what you would then do, you're going to swap to the next mode, and after that, you get a little something called the mag dump. Everyone's favorite in the playtest. What this does is it unloads your entire clip, dealing a lot of damage, but you have to be very close. So you can see there we just absolutely destroyed that Cassie bot. Didn't take her out in one hit, but this is again just taking your entire clip and wildly spraying it. So you're really going to have to control it, but the payoff is huge. If you land it, you're doing a lot of damage. Ooh, there we go. We'll get to that in a second. And then the final mode. This is your regular. This is your see ya. Bye, Seven. that happens from time to time. I mean, the mission became just
We've all
too
been there.
difficult. So yes, we've all been there. So this is automatic. This is actually, again, you're dealing a little more damage than you do with the burst mode.
So
but
it
it's a
changes when you
consistent
die.
line of fire. This is when you want to put a lot of pressure on them constantly. You've got a pretty big
Or-
clip, right? You have 40 bullets, so you're going to be able to shoot this for a while, keep hitting them, put on different effects on them, and then you're just going to just be a presence. You're constantly challenging them with this weapon. And I love, you can see that look at that barrel just gets so hot. That overheating was something really cool.
I
we
guess that
added,
is kind of like a
to the
con
game, and it just
repeater
looks really
thing.
nice. So again, he's a champ. You can see like, pretty okay from a distance, but when you get in close and you're moving around, and we'll show here in a second some of his abilities, you're doing a lot of damage. Oh, Class Clown Strix. I like that.
Oh yeah, that's one of the titles that you can actually get, just to let everyone know, from the it's either from Event Pass or Trials, but
Right.
very, very cool.
We can look
I
at
love
next.
how
We can
well-
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, give props to our animators and sound team for how well the sounds of the bullets flow with these different modes as you're shooting the bullets.
Yeah.
It's just so smooth no matter which one you're doing, and I don't know, it just looks so good. It's crispy clean.
It is.
Yeah,
That was
crispy
some
like
smoke
the
on those for sure.
bitrate, but not in a clean way.
Bye, Cassie. Yeah, so you can see there's some. Oh, hey, Lucifer. But yeah, the what it's called is trigger discipline. That's oh, did it work? Oh dang! Can you pet that
Does
Lucifer?
Paladins let you pet the dog?
I guess not. Not yet. Maybe next patch. Well, I won't commit to that. So then there is the trigger discipline is what you're doing when he's right-clicking there, and that's swapping. That takes about a second. So that's going to let you swap between the fire modes. So you can always
Oh,
be
so
in
right
that
click
mode
switches.
that you want to be in. The next ability is his explosive dodge. So that's just going to be you're getting out of the area. You're in a fight. You want to get away. You dodge roll in one of 8 directions actually, but then you leave behind some little C4, some little explosives for the enemies. For the enemy team, they'll be
It
able
does
to
remind
see
me
it. It's
of
got
a little
really
bit
large
of the
radius, so you
Metro, I
won't
think,
be
where
too
you
surprised by them. But they
leave
deal a burst of 3
leave a
damage,
bomb in
and
the
it lasts
morph
about
mode.
10 seconds out in the world before they disappear. And you can have 2 out at a time. So again, this is just that utility of like someone just landed on you, and as a flank, it's
Also,
always
those
important to
C4
have
packs look
some
like money.
escapability. And this just dodge rolls with some explosives there. So you're just setting the trap, right? You can't be surprised is the idea.
It reminds me a little bit of like Cassie's, but like maybe more deadly. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like Cassie's, right? I think it's got a little less range, but it's like you are, and it looks really cool too, like especially from third person, but it's just Seven saying like, no, I'm leaving this here.
You can't say it just
It
looks
does look
cool,
pretty large.
especially in third person, if third person is not available to the average player. What the hell?
There. And then the big one for this character, our movement ability for Seven is very unique. As we're getting along in Paladins, we're always trying to think of new ideas, new stuff. For this character, we thought, wow, yes, we're pushing the boundaries. We really are. And with this character, we thought, wouldn't it be cool if you could maybe stick to the walls? And so what we did is we gave Seven something that we have in our game, this idea of a grappling hook. I can pull myself, right? We have Grover, we have Vora. But this is a true grappling hook. I can attach to a wall over a certain height, and I will actually stick to the wall, becoming invisible. So I'm setting up and I'm perching.
Oh, there's the stealth ability.
For the moment to strike.
That is so cool.
So you stick to the wall. You can
basically security camera 7
seconds, depending on cards, and you are invisible. Now, before you say it, if you move or you shoot, you come out of invisibility. So it's not like you're going to sit up there and have complete control. It's like there are some limits to it. It's really good when you're trying to escape, and we've seen some really cool plays in match. But Seven is going to be perched up on the wall.
Yeah, it's about 5 seconds until he drops off automatically.
Because you have 2 charges of this. So you get a charge, and if you blow through them, you do have to wait. But you can grapple from wall to wall if you have enough. But it's been super cool in playtests, and I think I'm really excited to see what everyone does with this. And as you can see, there was a lot of work. Yes.
I was just going to say, I think it's definitely one of our most unique grappling abilities so far. I know, like, we definitely have, like, the Grover and Vora, but this is definitely taking it above and beyond.
Yeah, it really is. And this was the kind of, again, and shout outs to our programming and tech art and everyone else that kind of went into getting that latch to feel and look good when you're on the wall. Just getting Seven to turn and look like he's holding onto the wall like that was a lot of work. So props to them. But again, this is like a really, really cool grappling hook that is just great utility. And as you can see here, what actually our cameraman is doing, the grappling hook can actually be attached to enemies. And so we separated it by class. If you grapple a non-tank, right, so our flanks, damages, and healers or supports, you will pull them towards you, dealing a little damage. And if you try and grapple to an enemy that's a tank, you will pull towards them. So just some more flavor, some cool stuff. Again, that ability to do some really fun plays. Like,
and then
hey, maybe I don't want to attach to a wall. Maybe I want to pull someone towards me, hit him with that mag dump, right? Like we've seen that, and then get out with your dodge. So the potential for burst is actually pretty high, but the idea that you are just this deadly assassin is perfect with this. So yeah, the grappling hook was one of those things that we were super excited when we got it to work. And that's what Rose was talking about earlier. It's like, it can be frustrating when you come in, or Rose was having that moment where it's like, wow, what's happening? There's someone flying around the map and I can't see them and now they're dodging. But he is paper thin.
It was like either Shock or Ethan Feisty that might have been the one getting me in the playtests with this. And yeah,
yes.
It can be a point of frustration if you're playing a damage or a support and stuff, which I normally play. So
yeah, so this is just opening up
utility.
Yes.
Love the attention to detail. I love that like you can like launch yourself, you can stick, you can pull, and then if they're too heavy to pull, then you pull yourself to them. I really like this a lot.
Yeah, it's a really cool champ. And I was going to say, I think the fun part too is just like we're kind of now giving players another, a way to essentially kind of reinterpret our maps, right? So for so long we
Yeah.
have asked players to kind of look in one area, but now it's like, hey, of course there are ways to counter this, but there's going to be a lot of places for Seven to kind of get around and hide and ambush people, and it's going to be really cool.
Yeah,
As,
the playtests I
as
remember
Karn,
like if you go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, I think it was Karn once said, "With great power comes great responsibility." So
That was Karn, you're right.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the
absolutely.
first place that was ever said. I was in the playtests. If you have the attention and keep a close eye on him, you can definitely see where he grapples to, and then hit him with a couple shots and make him visible, and then counter very well. But if it's in the thick, like the heat of battle, and you're paying attention to three other things, and you don't know exactly where he went, it's very hard. So like, there's some good counterplay on both sides. A lot of fun.
Right. And if you get resilience, right, we have the
Maybe it's gonna
ability, at
rip
least
7
in
to
the core
shreds.
mode, that we have the ability to kind of see these invisible players. And that last part of that grapple, that's really cool that you saw a camera person doing here is when you latch to a wall, and if you actually hit space, you do a nice little leap off. So you can get some extra momentum just kind of playing into that really mobile, moving fast, and it feels great. I think that, again, one of my favorite modes in our game, or one of my favorite movement abilities. But next, a very cool idea we wanted to play with his mask is his ultimate. We're calling this Decree 77. Right now it's called Order. We're changing that, but this is his ultimate, using that cool mask to scare some people. So you can see here, we have this awesome overlay, again, thanks to UI, thanks to VFX. They just made this look great for an ability. Yeah, it's so good. For an ability where
Oh,
you're
I
just
think I
kind of
know
like
what this
looking
is
at
gonna be.
someone, trying to think of a way to make just looking at someone feel impactful. I think they nailed it.
and really tie into that mask too.
Yes. Yeah, so you can see here what you do is you mark players. So you pull up your mask. Oh, they'll run forever. You'll
Oh,
pull up the
so
mask.
it can
That
mark
gives you
multiple.
a reticle, and you target enemies within a distance. And once you're over them for long enough, you can see that red circle will kind of change as you're close. You put an icon above them once they're marked. You can reactivate the ult, or you can let it pop. And what that does is it fears them, which you've actually added
Huh.
a new fear effect for those that are very perceptive, or they kind of notice differences. But yeah, like this is that idea that I can now target maybe one person, I can target a whole team, I can latch up on a wall. But this is a targeted fear because we kind of looked at it and we don't have too many fears in the game, and it's a really cool effect. And it fit in perfectly with this champion. So I'm scaring them. I'm doing a little damage and I'm fearing them. And I think
now
it's
the fear
really
duration.
Cool.
It's only 2 seconds, right? It's just.
I think it's like 1.5, 1.75. Yeah. Yeah, our bots will keep running.
I wonder how you're gonna
so
play against
but our
this.
bots just keep running.
It's an Unreal AI thing where
Would they be like stunned?
Like, oh, I'm moving, so I'll keep going. That is not how it will play out against a player for sure.
But this ult is just super cool. You're really
probably just
the enemy.
standard.
You can use it to duel someone. You can pop
Because
it fast
Moldova
enough,
has a similar thing.
them. So it's just like it's that idea that like, hey, I'm here. I see the situation. Let's take advantage of it. It's really fun in game. So super excited to see. I'm just really excited with this champion to see what players can do. Right, it's the highlight reel moment. I want to see those cool things that I didn't even think of.
Absolutely. The old emergent gameplay. I like it too. Like we made it 3/4 of the way through his kit. We had this really cool grappling hook, and then he has an ult on top of it. Like that's awesome. Very exciting.
Yes. Yeah, that's the new newness. 7, our flank again. Like you have these 3 modes on your weapon. You have a dodge roll, a grappling hook, and then you have your mask that fears people. So it's this whole kit of maneuvering around the map, setting up, ambushing, getting out of there if you get caught, and just keep moving.
Looks kind of solid.
But take those moments. If you think someone's going to come through an area, right, and set up a good ambush, and you never know, you might have great rewards.
Walking through a doorway and having 7 on the ceiling behind you, it can definitely be a surprise moment.
Yes.
Speaking of the whole kit, should we get into the talents? Is it time?
I say so.
Let's do it.
I say yay.
Yeah, yay to that.
Yay to that.
As we often try to do with talents, each one of these is intended to emphasize a different aspect of his kit, right? So for the first one, we're leaning into the fire modes and the primary weapon. So it essentially adds a different elemental effect, further distinguishing the different modes. The burst mode that you start in is electric, and it reveals enemies and deals AoE damage. The mag dump has fire associated with it, and then it will add a damage over time burn after.
This looks kind of like
burst damage.
weapon
And then
effects from
the
Realm
automatic
Royale.
fire has ice,
Fire
and it will
effects,
apply a slow to enemies who are targeted by
burn,
it for a little bit of control.
ice
So
slows,
that's the
and
first one.
electric.
The second one is leaning
Rebels.
into his ultimate, Decrease 77. And what it's doing is it allows you to charge it faster, and it also kind of trades
Except he
out
has
that
all three.
control of the fear for some more offensive capability, dealing direct damage of over 1,000. And then the last one is emphasizing his dodge movement ability. This is going to make it explosive, where you will drop an explosive where you land and where you take off from, and decrease the cooldown of the dodge, and then increase the range that you're traveling as well, to really lean into that mobility. So each of these, like you find the element of your kit that you prefer, or that is more effective in the particular lineup, and then emphasize that to really play them the way you want to play. Very cool stuff.
Yeah, it is very cool. And as you can see here, we went for the second talent, Overcharge. They're all really good talents, but this one is cool because it almost feels like you could have made this into another ult. But this is, we're essentially giving now a laser to 7, and you have to hold it over, and it builds up, it does some tick damage, and then it pops. So it's this idea, again, you, just like the regular ult, you want to still sit there and watch them for a little bit to build up, but then it will explode, dealing damage, but you have to wait for it. So that's, again, that idea that Fish was saying, like, you want to trade out that
Neat.
ult to deal a little more damage, deal a little more burst. That's the one you're going to go with, and it just looks awesome too.
Yeah, it seems like something really good for, like, if you want to help melt down tanks more. Definitely seems good for that. And then
Could do.
I was gonna say, does the, you know, for that strength, are you trading out, like, you're more vulnerable, I assume, like with how fragile your health is as 7.
Oh, cool
it
effect.
Seems like you might be more vulnerable while you're in that ultimate to be, you know, sniped yourself.
Yeah,
ult in general is exactly that moment. Yeah.
The third one, not so
yeah,
cool.
I think it is one of those things when you're ulting as this champ, you know, you can't use your other abilities.
The
So
ice
you
one
want to
pretty
either be
cool
in a really
though.
good position, make sure that you're perched up on a wall that people are going to have trouble shooting you, but you want to be somewhere, because once you commit to that ult, unless you cancel it, you're going to be, you know, you got to stand there and take it and hope that you have the right positioning, because you can't move once you're in it. You can walk, but you can't use your abilities. So yeah, you are vulnerable.
I have definitely died during my ult as 7.
Yes.
Now, one thing that I will say that I think is really cool, and we're about to get into, is 7 technically has 7 skins if you include, you know, his default and the golden. So,
and the interesting thing there is we actually had 2 more planned, and then 7, 8, 9. So these things happen.
Bum, bum, ba, bum. Yeah, that was I think it's just a shame that we didn't name this champ like 20 or something like that, and really just destroyed the art team.
Oh yeah, that they would have definitely loved you for that.
20 skins.
Absolutely. But yeah, our first one is going to be the one that's that we're going to show is Please Save QA.
Don't look at that. Don't look at that.
It's going to be our
I'm
one
gonna
that's
stop making my jokes for a second, and let's hear him talk.
2022. So yeah, I am
gonna show the skins.
We're gonna get into showing these folks. Again, as I was just saying, as we transitioned here, we are going to be able to see this first skin called Deadly Pallor, I believe, if I'm saying that right.
Pallor, yes.
Pallor.
Skin,
Pallor.
yeah.
I was close. This one is really cool. Unlocked through the Season Pass 2022, and the skin will become
Oh, this is
unplayable
Season
after
Pass
the
skin.
Season Pass 2022 has finished. And I think this is probably his most unique of the 7 different colors that are available, just because they changed the mask too.
that's a highly contested spot, but it's a super like morbid take on him, like an aesthetic of like absolutely about his lethality, and I really like where it ended up.
Yeah, I think
The
the
mask
colors
like-
here are what stand out. That contrast is so high, but I believe every
Mhm.
skin actually has a somewhat unique mask. This one is just, as Fish said, it's very intense.
It
Yeah.
looks like somebody ripped like the flesh off of somebody's face.
It does.
Maybe that's what
I
Like,
have that
happened.
vibe,
Yeah.
too.
it's a little morbid.
Is that what's
but,
under the mask all the time?
But yeah, again, that's your season pass skin. And our direct purchase skin that can also be obtained in the season pass is Crimson Guard, another
Ooh.
unique mask as well.
Yeah, and what we're not
Much more
seeing.
energy.
If this is for direct purchase, I wonder
Yeah,
how
you
much
can
it is
tell that
because
these
it's
are
not like a
great
full
skins.
skin.
There's obviously all the
Probably
detailing and recoloring, plus the
60,000
cool
gold.
mask and the weapon.
Probably
But
the
all
recolor.
of the capes actually have different icons on them, iconography. So look for that when you're in game. All of the capes for these skins are a little different. So that was such a good detail.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
And with that being said, our next skin, Ivy Sentinel, is going to be obtainable through gold chests, direct purchase.
Oh,
There's
green.
also going to be a
Yes.
PlayStation Plus pack that
Ah,
will be
what?
able to get you to obtain this little green
This is a
guy
PlayStation
right
skin?
here.
I love it.
Ah,
Yeah, much more of like a defender vibe going on in this one than compared to some of the others.
also, this is green. Why is it
Mood shifts
PlayStation,
from
not
the mask.
not
It's very cool.
Xbox?
Oh yeah, and I don't know if anyone's guessing what color's next, but the one that we're going to show off next is Death Orchid, which will be able to
Ooh.
be obtained from completing various Trials of the Realm.
Oh, trial
I do
skin.
love purple. Purple's actually my favorite
yeah.
color. So.
Yeah.
That's like the first time a skin has been in
color,
trials.
especially on a
Yes.
cape.
I like this.
We almost went with prickly plum, but
I
we
like
thought
the
Death
idea
Orchid
of it, not the actual color. Not a big purple fan.
was- yeah.
Yeah, a little bit mood, right? And our next one is Biting Wind, and this will be available as the Event Pass exclusive in our Bounty store.
Oh,
Think
this
it's
is
a
the
chilly
bounty store.
vibe.
Oh,
I like it.
Yeah, that one's awesome. Again,
Green.
just
I thought the Rambo one was going to be
yeah,
the bounty
whatever
store
flavor
one.
you're feeling with 7, we pretty much have all the options.
I hope this doesn't
You
cost
have
like
grapes,
16,000
blueberries,
bounty coins or
Yes.
whatever.
leafy
This is a
greens.
food champion. We're just
apples.
telling you.
Smorgasbord.
Yeah.
A buffet of 7.
Ooh.
And every new champ that's released, they do come with a mastery skin that you can obtain by reaching level 50 mastery with them. And with 7,
That's the golden
this
one.
is golden 7. Obviously already has the gold mask, but there is a lot more gold with this one.
And a golden gun, I
Yes.
see as well.
And a golden gun.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you want to get to level 50, you want to look good as 7, you want to be out there just showing off all the gold in match. So this skin is really cool for that.
Oh yeah. I feel it's a design that at the beginning seeing him develop into what he became is just fantastic. It's a champion that ended really strong with
Mhm.
its delivery.
Yeah.
So,
Agreed.
everyone, design, art, and QA for all the hours and hours and hours in the testing just to make sure things work, like the grappling hook. Just an amazing job from everyone on the team, and we really hope that you folks out there really do get to wrap yourselves into 7 and enjoy this character for what they are, especially those flank mains out there.
Yeah.
I feel like our flank mains
Yeah.
are going to have a lot of fun, probably just grappling. Like there's going to be there's going to be people that are literally just going to be swinging wall to wall, to avoid
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
any
so much fun.
legality. I'm not going to say who you might be mimicking.
A little
but,
superhero fantasy, maybe.
yeah, just living out your best superhero fantasy with 7, even though you're kind of like an antagonist, right?
Because he has a cape,
Yes.
obviously. That's the connection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely the cape. But we're winding down here, folks. Any final words from my two lovely designers, Entmoot and Fish?
I'm just so excited. Like a new year, a new season of Paladins. We really, we hope we have some things in store.
A new year, a new season of Paladins, a new
Thank you very
opportunity
much.
for
We hope
game-breaking
you've seen
bugs.
some stuff in PTS. We want to get your feedback, and we want to make sure that we are bringing stuff to the game to delight, and I hope we've delivered that with this patch. So thanks for playing Paladins with us.
Yeah, and I'm extremely excited to hear and to see what you're all doing with 7. So as you're playing 7, let me know what you think. Hit us up, provide feedback. I'm just really, really excited to see what everyone does. And with all of the content in this patch, I want to see it. I want to see what you all can do. So please get out there, destroy.
Yeah, and with that being said, folks, I'm just going to say, keep being great, keep giving us your feedback, and, we're looking forward to a whole new year of Paladins 2022. So thank you for joining us, and we hope you will join us when this update goes live and have the most fun with 7 and our new event pass and all the other content coming. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
I guess that's it. Nothing about the realm. And oh yeah, new map for Paladins. That's the best thing today. The Crystals Award show is next, but we're not gonna watch it because Creepers is gonna win anyway. I guess that's also it from me. The new patch looks okay, but I hope they don't fuck up with the new Schism store because, yeah, the new item store is not good. Not good at all. Yeah, that's it.